Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. And for those of you that celebrate, happy Independence Day. Um, well, this is like one of our favorite holidays here in the US. Although I should point out that the some people say that the most American holiday is, of course, Thanksgiving. That is, of course, the one where we celebrate the abundance of the harvest. It is in the fall. And that's when the Native Americans and, of course, those Europeans that came over here trying to seek religious freedom, all of them sat down together and broke bread. And then, of course, they frolicked and danced the jig. And of course, somewhere doing dessert, that's when they were all wiped out by those Europeans with diseases and firearms, hit them across the head with Bibles, anything that it would take to wipe them out. And when that didn't work, they just marched them all out to reservations. God bless America. Anyway, yes, those European savages didn't rest until they were only 10% of what they were when they got here. That seems to be a constant figure, is at 10%. That's about all of the population of Hawaii that's left. And I think some of the I think the native tribes in the Caribbean islands, some of them were completely wiped out by disease. But remember, Willie said that you always hear about war someplace else. I, you know, I'm not in a very charitable mood when it comes to those topics. No matter how you put down people in so-called developing countries or third world, there's nothing like the certain Western nations that can remake a map, right? I shouldn't kid, but it's true. Nobody could remake a map like Europe. Um, let's see here. Oh, you know what? Someone sent me something to the from I think it's from the wish list. I'm going to pin that at the top of the chat. That is the wish list. There's just a few little items on there. Most of them not very expensive, and in some cases not expensive at all. And it's just a fun thing for me because right now I have a box waiting at my mailbox service. I don't know what it is, but the last time I had something waiting, it was a stainless steel coffee grinder. And I can finally replace the one that I broke that plastic lid some time ago. It's like a safety hazard. But yeah, so thank you. I don't know who sent it. Sometimes those little tickets that tell you who the gift is from, they slide out the corner of the box. I wish I could show you, but if you've ever had one, then you know what I mean. So it may have been one. Maybe they wanted to be anonymous. I don't know, but thank you so much for that. Anyway, again, happy Independence Day, the 4th of July. But still, seriously, no matter how murky the past is, and no matter how these holidays have come about, the thing is, in the present, in this day and age, it's a great day to bring people together. Here in the US, a lot of people have their family reunions for the 4th of July. So, some of those pagan holidays required human sacrifice. But now, what do we call it? Christmas, Easter, those kind of things. A lot of the Christian holidays, they just layered on top of the pagan holidays so that the non-Christians would accept it. So, you can make that argument about a lot of things, but I'm just glad that people love each other and they can come together and that families can see each other. All of that is very important. So, um, don't pay attention to what I said about the pilgrims. It was unfortunate, but nowadays it's just a way to be with your families. Okay, moving on then. Hi, Adrian Burrow, Lydia Washington. Oh, I didn't even see who was first, did I? Uh, Callie Jen. Uh, okay, Kala Vigny. Am I saying that right? Thank you so much for being first. Uh, okay, and then I'm just going to scroll back here again. Also, I am so proud of you all. You all did the thing. You all did the thing. And if you don't know what I'm speaking of, I will show you very soon. Very, very soon. But you all did the thing. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what I'm trying to do? There we go. I wanted to hide my avatar or my profile picture, whatever. So again, 4th of July, the Department of Defense, which is sometimes called the War Department, but they changed it to Defense. But anyway, the Defense Department, War Department, whoever they are this week, they would like to wish you a happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. Uh, let's see here. Helen Marmon, hello. Judy Matatsit, Iris Demonia. Let me see. It was both funny and true. Yeah, sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying in this life. Hello, Lady Rose, Joan Garcia. Okay, there we go. So Prince Harry reveals Meghan Markle's patriotic surprise on their second date, and I'm well. Even though my birth certificates say that I was born a long time ago, in my mind, sometimes I'm still 12 years old. There's a romantic reason that the 4th of July is a special day for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And if you saw the video earlier, then you know why, right? Marcelina Martinez, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate that. Well, if you don't know why, I will tell you. Muffins. Meghan brought gifts to their second date, which happened to be the 4th of July. And of course, Harry wasn't really comfortable with that because of all of the things that happened with his great, 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 great grandfather, George III, I think it was, losing the Americas. And I guess it's just kind of a weird thing. But yeah, she shared cupcakes. Her cupcakes, or without the icing, you could say she brought muffins. Yeah, she shared her muffins. So, and what gets someone's attention better than some cupcakes? So, I told you, I'm still 12 years old. Hello, Church Nelly. Oh, Harry brought. Wait, is that right? How did I flip that around? How did I flip the? Oh, you know what? And I should know that. I just read the doggone thing. Anyway, there you go. Harry brought the cupcakes. Oh, Church Nelly prefers to share my cookies with Nacho. uh, okay. Okay. Well, you know what? Whatever floats your boat, Church Nelly. Whatever floats your boat. But this is what I love. People Magazine has shared yet another article. I do think that there is actively a campaign to push back against those anti Sussex, anti Harry people. How Prince Harry's Invictus Games are transforming veterans' lives worldwide. We're healing, it says. It's been a lesson in serving a purpose greater than ourselves, the Duke of Sussex told People in 2022. So, uh, this is a article from today, the 4th of July. And so, as I said, even though there seems to be all of this negativity coming from the tabloid and the tabloid reporters and such, I do think there's going to be a lot of people introduced to Prince Harry's record for the very first time because they're making themselves look very foolish by fighting against this award that has already been given. It's just the formality of Harry receiving the award. I think they can't stand it because Harry and possibly Meghan, we don't know if she's coming, but Harry and possibly Meghan are going to show up at the ESPY Award. And yet again, it's going to be another occasion where the Duke of Sussex is going to look like that global statesman that he really is. And his brother, the wannabe, is going to look incredibly small. I mean, every day he seems to shrink just a little bit smaller because he works even less and nobody takes him serious at all. So I see you, Church Nelly. So when I said you guys did it, this is what I'm talking about. So today, while I was prepping, I said, let me just see where we are. So the royal read has gone from, what was it yesterday? It was like 113 subscribers. Well, I looked today, it was 996. And I said, you know what? This weekend, we really got to do something about that. Well, I just want you to know that now it is like 1.02, 1,000 and I guess 20 something subscribers, maybe more than that right now. But yes, over the 1,000 mark. And I have to say that I had to try to find a couple of my old accounts, and I was actually number 1,000. I think I was like number 998 and number 1,000. And I was scrambling, rushing, trying to hurry up and be number 1,000 because it was like getting close to the wire, and I figured somebody else was going to do it before me. Not that it makes a difference, but anyway, thank you all for supporting the Royal Read. 64 videos and 113 subscribers just didn't seem right. And you know, it's not that the work is not there, it's just that it's becoming a very crowded field. And now there's so many more hate channels, and there's just a handful of Sussex friendly spaces in comparison. But the way we keep these Sussex friendly spaces is by showing our support and by growing this community. Hopefully, when people are on the interweb, it'd be nice if they were to encounter a friendly space compared to some of those hateful, cruel, mean spirited channels. So, in the end, it is going to definitely serve a purpose. So, it's always very good to just keep that community vibrant and expanding. There are people that support the Sussexes on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and some of the other platforms, Facebook. So thank you all. I will remind you though, remember there's a lot of bots out there, and there's always an excellent chance that some of the people that are getting your blood pressure up aren't people at all. They're just bots. They're just programs that are searching for the words that you write or the words that you say. And when that happens, they just respond to like whatever video or posting or whatever. So it may not even be a real person. So it's not worth getting yourself upset. Also, when you respond, I will remind you again, don't make it personal. And also, do not threaten anyone because there are so many squatties that have been kicked off the internet in one way or the other. Well, at least off of various platforms. And we don't want that to happen to anyone because you can't push back if you're not here, right? You can only just witness them get away with their lies. So just remind them what the truth is, you know? That's the thing that's really important is just set the record straight. That's the best place to start. So, thank you all again. And I am thrilled. I am thrilled. I'm very happy for the Royal Read. And I look forward to seeing some more of her great videos in the very near future. Joan Garcia says, "Hey, Baron, I keep rolling along and having a blast with you for 30 months. By the way, thanks for mentioning the Royal Read, like Tina and Michelle mentioned you. Absolutely. Thank you very much again. And thank you for 30 months of support to Royal Sussex. Yes, she is adorable. She's adorable. I love her voice. She's very calming and relaxing and just very sweet, a very sweet demeanor. I love it. Okay. Yeah, Cherry Traveler is I get very I mean some days I get to the point where I'm just like, why? I just ask myself, why um do people carry on like that? And one of the ways that I try to explain it to non-squatties and others is when that lady that was harassing the McCain family because Madeline McCain, remember that the guy found out that his mother was like this big time troll on the internet and how confusing that was. And it's just a reminder that some of the people that you pass on the street may be some type of troll of some sort. And I don't know that we've have enough information to understand how people are pulled into that world of conspiracy theories. And although I do not know Mary Tillman, Pat Tillman's mother, I don't know her, but I fear that she may be one of those people that have kind of been lost to the conspiracy theories. And it's really sad that that happens to some people. And, you know, even myself, I will um, make a very honest statement right now. There are times when I have not lied, but more or less exaggerated about things with the royal family. And sometimes it's in fun just so that we can have a good laugh. And other times it's like I could set the record straight when I see someone, um, I guess, mislead about the royal family, but I don't because I don't think that type of grace has ever been extended to the Sussexes. Um, when we were all like wondering about that scar over Kate Middleton's left eye or beside her left eye. Well, I went through the photos I have and I found at least one photo that was very similar. Um, and I shared it with everybody. I could have just ignored it and, let everybody assume otherwise. But if you just happened to be here that day, I did say I think she's always had that scar. So I did not lie about it. I didn't exaggerate about it. The scar is there. And I was really curious as to whether it was there before, and it was there. Now, there are still many people that are asking the question, how did she get that scar? Well, it wasn't during her 6 months absence. She's had that scar for quite some time. And I think that's the difference between most of the people in the Sussex squad in comparison to those derangers and haters, is that they'll say things like, oh, um, Prince William started the Invictus Games. Prince William gave Harry the money. Or Harry dropped out of the army. He'd never completed basic training. Now, that is a flat out lie. And I just imagine that if I was in their situation, I couldn't just make up stuff like that. I cannot do that. Now I can have fun and exaggerate and stretch the truth, but I'm not going to just flat out lie. I don't hate anybody in the royal family, but if I think somebody's a big sloppy mess, or if I think they look like a barnyard animal, I will say so. But otherwise, I don't I don't have any hate or hostility there. And like a lot of people, I was genuinely worried about Kate Middleton. I thought something had happened to her. I thought something very diabolical had happened to her. And of course, at the same time, I definitely wanted for her whatever it is they wanted for the Sussexes. I will keep that 100. And if it was something bad, oh well. But yeah, you understand what I'm saying. So anyway, thank you so much for your comment. Uh, oh, thank you so much for that, Jules Ryder. Thank you very, very much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Again, it is. Why do I have this twice? Oh well. Um, 13 stars and stripes on the original flag. And so these red and white stripes, not only do they represent the original 13 colonies, but there was originally 13 stars in a circle. And as this nation has grown, they've added stars for every state of the Union that was added to the flag. And so no more stripes, just more stars. Now, the other thing you should know is that that flag is based on the coat of arms for the George Washington family. And it is the coat of arms that they brought over from England. And there were tenants that lived on the estate that belonged to Princess Diana's family. The what is the name of that place? Oh gosh, I can't believe I can't remember the name of the house. Anyway, no, it's not Ardmore. Is it? What is the name of that place? Anyway, the Washington family, they were tenants of the Spencers. That's right. The Althorpe. Thank you so much. The Washington family were tenants of the Spencers at one time. So the Spencers and the Washingtons go way, 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 way back. Now, at the time, the spelling of the name Washington was a little different. So not only is the flag for the United States based on the coat of arms, but so is the flag for Washington, D.C. So, as a matter of fact, let me see if I could show you an example of that. Washington D.C. flag and Washington coat of arms. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. So, oh, that's so big. I don't need that. right. And the Washington family. Okay. All right. So I'm going to keep it moving. This is one of my favorite collages that was made by one of the squatties. This has been floating around for a couple of years. Love to share that one. And of course, Sussex House. I don't think they've ever named the house in Montecito, and maybe they don't want to name it. I was thinking Sussex Manor, Sussex House, Sussex Palace, stately palatial Sussex Palace, Sussex House, stately palatial, opulent, and yet picturesque, the Montecito Manor. Montecito, I don't know. But um I don't know. How about Sussex Hall? I like that. Sussex Hall. Huh? No? Yes? Maybe? Sussex Hall? Nah. Anyway, I feel like it needs something. Maybe. I don't know. That would be a little pretentious for the Sussexes, I suppose. And maybe they're just not into that. So, and I could understand. Keeping it simple is probably the best thing. Yeah, probably keeping it simple is better for everyone involved. Okay, let me grab this. Okay. Oh, wow, that didn't look right. Okay, let me see if I can bring this up. Oh, that worked. All right, and there we go. This reminds me of that television show, Love American Style. Remember that show? You baby boomers, love American style, truer than the red, white, and blue. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Love American style for me and you. Something like that. I can't remember the song. You're down with Sussex Hall? And is it Shelley says no? Nothing? No, I have to focus on history. Okay, that's the flag for Washington, D.C. And that is the coat of arms for the Washington family. There's even examples of that, well, at least one example of it at the church on the Spencer estate, on the Althorpe estate. There we go. Okay, so who knew? I mean, Harry just looks like an American boy. Right there, he looks American. What could I say? He's got on a white t-shirt, needs a little bit of a haircut. He fits perfectly. Sussex Hall, absolutely not. Well, I mean, it does sound like a banquet facility, yes, but I think that Princess Diana would be very proud of him. And of course, I threw this California sunset in there so that anyway, you get it. There he is. He's living in the USA and he's got that California sunset. You're home now, Harry. You are home. Okay, I'm just going to breeze through these. This, of course, I believe is. Oh, this is the Boston Tea Party. That's where I got that from. That's the Boston Tea Party. That was the first time that the British knew that the Americans meant business. The colonists meant business by dumping that tea into Boston Harbor. They were trying to tax the tea. And of course, the ultimate revenge is now most Americans, I think, are coffee drinkers. And this is Harry addressing the Wounded Warrior game, where he received a standing ovation. Derangers and haters, he received a standing ovation. And of course, more of the Invictus Games. And this is the Continental Congress. I think this was the day they signed the Declaration of Independence. So now, someone sent me this. Invictus Games Foundation, thank you to Wimbledon for hosting members of the Invictus Games Foundation team today. Seems like Invictus has somehow made their way into Wimbledon, which is really cool. We all know that is Kate Middleton's territory. Let me see. Wimbledon recently collaborated with the Invictus Game Foundation on veterans' employment opportunities. Well, well, well. Well, that's good. I mean, no shade. No shade. Now, Prince Harry controversy. He's perfect for Pat Tillman's award. Past recipients say. Now, we talked about that yesterday. I'm not going to play that again. But Jake Wood, I was trying to find some images of Jake Wood. And you know what, guys? I don't think that's Jake Wood. I got a feeling that is not Jake Wood. Jake Wood is tall, dark, handsome. He has that amazing silky dark hair. And of course the beard is dark. Who the hell is this? I never heard of this guy, Jake Wood. Could you imagine? I'm just like, where's Jake Wood? My voice got all high. Where's Jake Wood? This guy popped up. Now, no shade or anything, but a little bit of a disappointment. I'm like, where's the eye candy? Where's the eye candy? I don't know who this is, but I think that he should be compelled to change his name. Is that shady or what? I mean, either way, it's the kind of name that would go over big in certain type of movies, but no pun intended. But I don't mean to be shady, but you're not Jake Wood. You're not Jake Wood. You're not even Jake Plastic. You're not even Jake Plywood. I don't know who you are, but you're an imposter. You know what I'm saying? That's Jake Wood. That's not Jake Wood. That's Jake Wood. Oh, what is that? That pic of Jake you have is an actor in East Ender. Oh, okay. Well, don't tell him what disappointment he has caused some people that are looking for the founder of Rubicon. I mean, I'm like, oh, okay, finally, we get to see some skin. Well, again, that's no shade, but that's the wrong Jake Wood. Oh man. Oh well. So listen, you all, put your money back in your pockets. If you thought you were about to make it rain, you can put your money back in your pocket. I don't know, unless that's what you into. Oh, that Jake Wood is an English actor who starred in a soap opera, EastEnders, in the UK. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that Jake Wood. Uh-huh. Next. So don't worry, Rishi Sunak. We've got a seat for you. There is Ryanair being shady again. You all remember when William was accused of being a from when he was accused of taking pleasure from, you know, remember this one? William, we saved you a seat. Well, Ryanair, being just as shady as ever, has decided to troll Rishi Sunak. Now, I don't think they're saying that Rishi Sunak is into armrest, but I think what they're saying is Rishi Sunak is well. Okay, I'm going to explain to you how I've learned. Rishi Sunak, I believe he still has a home in California. He loves California. And if he had not become prime minister, his intentions were to hightail it back to California, right? But because he became prime minister, he decided to stay put. So, knowing what Rishi Sunak's intentions are, Ryanair was just trolling by reminding him, hey, we got a seat for you, bruh. So, gotta love Ryanair for their shade. And of course, um, in comparison to the average uh, man, Rishi Sunak is not very big. So I don't know why they would give him a first class seat. You could literally just put him in the overhead compartment and he'd fit just fine. You could It's a waste of a seat. You could put him in a fanny pack and don't even give him a ticket. Just put him in a fanny pack and let him go back to California like that. You could put him in one of those little Starbucks shopping bags easily. I think Rishi Sunak will be jogging on the California to California any day soon. Yeah, he's out of there. He's out of there. He's not going to stick around. Now, Maureen has gotten, and by the way, you guys, I'm going to see if I can get us out of here in an hour. Maureen has gotten on my everlast nerve. You hear me? Got on my nerves. So that rat face reporter, that rodent of a reporter, that royal rodent, he who has taken what is that kibble? Yeah, he who has taken kibbles and bits and kibble, whatever those snacks are, and sometimes he even shares them with his dog. He who has taken dog treats from one of the mediocre Middletons had the nerves to come after Harry. You all, I don't know why they are ramping up the attack, but today I think that the tabloids have been twice as busy, if not more, than they have been the first couple of days of this so-called controversy about the Tillman Award. So, what does it say there? Thank you to James Middleton for the goodies you sent for Windsor, our new puppy. It was very thoughtful of you. Windsor's been with us for a week and is settling in well. He loves the kibbles and plus raw turkey from James and Ella. Best wishes to the mediocre Middleton family during this difficult time. During this difficult time, because they're broke? Is that what's so difficult? What is he talking about? Difficult time? I mean, they've never really had money, so they're kind of used to being, flashy yet poor. So I don't know what he's talking about. So Prince Harry's Living Legend of Aviation Award comes across as needy and slightly pathetic, royal expert tells Palace Confidential. Well, that rat face, I mean, look at him. I could just imagine him scurrying along the floorboards. I could see him sticking to the corners of the room or leaping out of a bag of trash or a skiv or something like that. I could just picture it. He would be at home in a pack of rats, also known as the Royal Rota. I mean, seriously, he reminds he royal rodents. That's why you need really big cats to take care of your rodent problem. That's why you need really big cats. Okay, let me cut to the chase. This right here. If Harry has any decency, he will hand back his controversial award and give it instead to someone who values a self-sacrifice and service before personal gain. This is a Royal Rota talking point. This is a Royal Rota talking point. There are several of them saying the same thing all at the same time. So someone has orchestrated this all out attack. Obviously, they're smelling blood in the water. And just like a predator, they have decided to go on the attack. And I think that's because they have been caught off guard by the fact that so many people have been pushing back against their lies and ridiculous innuendos. It kind of caught them off guard. They kind of assumed that everybody was going to just, I don't know why they think they have credibility. I really don't know why. Because usually the in any sci-fi movie or something like that, it's one of two things. If you have an English accent, you're going to be a hero or you're going to be the villain. And so if you don't conduct yourself properly, people are just going to assume that you're the villain. And I say that Ratface is a villain. I mean, he's a villain. That darn rat. Is that the name of a new Disney movie? That darn rat. I mean, look at the ears. Look at the ears. Look at the beady eyes. See the way he's baring his top teeth? A rat. Anyway, mystery of Duchess of Cambridge alleged royal rivalry with Marquess of Cholmondeley, former model wife, blah blah blah. Well, this is how Richard Eaton used to talk about the Cambridges. This is the reporting he used to do. But check out the date. It says 2019. And that, of course, is before the Sussexes officially stepped back from royal duty. And also, I'm going to assume that that is March the 16th. So I do not recall whether or not Meghan was on maternity leave. Then that means that there may have been a lull in reporting and he just needed something to talk about, or he was just being shady. I think that was before Williams sealed the deal with the tabloids. But whatever the case may be, this is more in line with the way that he used to write about the other royals. Intriguing follow up by Dan Wooten in The Sun to my item last weekend about Prince William's friend, Rose Cholmondeley. See what I'm saying? You couldn't get a report out of that rat today for anything in the world, not for all the cheese in Wisconsin. Charlotte. Hey, Charlotte. Thank you so much for being here. And bienvenue to you too. Let me see. Well, thank you so much for being here. That's just what I was thinking today. Um, you took the French right out of my mouth. That's just what I was thinking. I just could not articulate it the way I wanted to. So, failed bank, Royal Bank of Scotland, spin doctor Jason Knopf to be Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry's new communications secretary. Now, I want you to take note of the date, the 21st of November, 2014. In 2014, I don't think the Sussexes had met one another as of yet. I think that was a year and a half, maybe 2 years away. So this is what Richard Eaton thought of Jason Knopf. See how he used to report? Now you can't get a foul word about that disgusting yellow-toothed individual for anything in the world. What happened to the negative comments about Jason Knopf? Where is Maureen? Where's Maureen? Where's the old Maureen who never had a good thing to say about anybody? Well, I guess that just doesn't pay that much. Oh, good. Another angry white guy writing about Meghan Markle. Well, there's Richard Eaton again. There can be no clearer case of prejudice than judging an author not on his writing, but on the color of his skin. That's not even clever. That is not even clever. There's nothing clever about those little anecdotes like that. Nothing. Because you know exactly what Omen Scobie is talking about. And what he's talking about is people not just like Tom um, Barf Bag Bauer, but he's also talking about Richard Eaton, yet another angry white guy writing about Meghan Markle. You're one of them. I genuinely worry that Prince Harry and Meghan's criticism of unnamed royal races has increased the danger of attacks on the royal family. Security needs to be stepped up as a result, just like security for the Sussexes needs to be stepped up because of people like you, because of rats like you. They know they need to step up security for the Sussexes because of this hate campaign where Harry and Meghan, you can't even say anything about them without throwing some negative, snarky spin on the end of it. Every time Harry is up for an award, you have to go through the entire list of royal reporters one by one. All of them are going to say the same thing. There should be someone who's more worthy. Why are they giving this to Harry? If I was him, I would give it back. They all say the same thing. And they don't do it all at once. They will tweet about it and then they start talking about it on their television appearances. So they'll tweet about it like, I'm going to say within 48 hours, everyone has put their tweets in. And then over the next week, one after one, they make their television appearances or their YouTube appearances, whatever the case may be. It's a given. It's a given. And the whole idea is to try to prevent people for celebrating the good works that Harry has done. And same with Meghan. They don't want people to acknowledge Meghan's charity or philanthropy or humanitarian work. They do not want that acknowledged because there's nobody celebrating those other two who are dull and pale in comparison. Nobody's celebrating them, so they don't want any celebration or acknowledgement for the Sussexes. Oh, thank you, sister. Now, that's what I was thinking, actually. Yeah. That's all they do is whine. Amen to that. Now, how Gavin Plump Juicy Plum, yeah, Gavin Plump Plump. Is it Plump or Plum? That's wow, that's one of them interesting names, ain't it? Well, anyway, starting on BBC weight loss show, 35 stone security guard behind how many pounds is 35 stones? That sounds like enough to sink a ship. Complained that he had not left his flat in 4 years and was too obese to work. Isn't that something? Appeared on the standalone feature on the broadcaster's website. Well, again, as I was saying, that if you heard about what he was planning to do, I thought that it would kind of be like an elephant sneaking up on you. The only way that you could possibly throw people off is to put on a tutu and maybe people wouldn't notice. I don't know. They'll just see a cute elephant instead of some. Well, anyway, so you guys, I felt bad because of the stuff that I had said the other day. I do. I shouldn't have made fun of him because, this is Royal Sussex. And at Royal Sussex, we don't body shame people. Well, you know what I mean. We don't do it that much, right? We don't body shame people that much. Oh, 490, 490? Good grief. Okay, I can see why he hasn't left home. Well, anyway, we don't body shame people that much. Except for certain members of the royal family, you understand. Let me see here. So yeah, the other day I just kind of mentioned that I couldn't work out in my head how he was going to sneak up on anybody, let alone Holly, who could literally just walk and not even run, just walk and flee from harm, right? So I said, well, maybe if he put some roller skates on, because who could hear elephants sneaking up on you on roller skates, right? And then I said, well, maybe a skateboard, because, you see people with skateboards all the time. So maybe she can get away like that. And then I thought, how about a tiptoeing elephant? Because who would know that an elephant could tiptoe? And I felt really bad. I'm like, I shouldn't have said all those things. So, um, in order to make it up to him, now I don't know if he's gone to prison or not. I don't know that he's guilty of anything. I have to say that everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But I am going to send him some commissary. I'm going to send him some commissary. And I'm serious, you guys. I know I was making fun of him, but I take back everything I said, right? I take back everything I said, and I'm going to send him some commissary. Now, I know he's been struggling with his weight. So I'm going to send him something very practical, something that will not cause weight gain, something that won't make the other prisoners jealous, and something that I think would definitely be consistent with him as he is today. Head and shoulders. I'm going to get him some head and shoulders. Because every time I look at him, all I think is head and shoulders. Every time I look at him, I just think head and shoulders. That's it. Just head and shoulders. Nothing else. That's my nickname for him, head and shoulders. So that's what I'm going to get him, is some head and shoulders. And that way it's easy because I'll remember that, right? That's easy to remember. Hey, head and shoulders. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to get him. So I take back everything I said about him. I'm sure he's a lovely person when he's not plotting to gag and bound people, to hog tap people. I'm sure he's a pleasure to be around. Um, but oh, you get a bell for that. You get a bell for that. No neck. All right. This is an old thumbnail. I could have used this one today. Now, Kate and Prince William beef up their team of advisors by appointing Drastic Dave, the man credited with turning Tesco's around. Now, what in the world could have happened that they need to bring in some kind of emergency uh, image person? You know what I'm saying? The last time something like that happened, that was Fred and Gladys, Charles and Camilla, when they were trying to recover from their image disaster. So it's kind of scary, because I'm thinking, now which one of the Wells's kids are going to have to be sacrificed in order to make William and Kate seem like good people? Because that's what happened with Charles and Camilla. They decided to sacrifice William and Harry, but mostly Harry, Harry was literally laid upon the altar of Camilla like some kind of ritual sacrifice, so that they could reform her image. I'm sorry. It's just weird to say reformed image and Camilla in the same sentence. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Mother Teresa of Calcutta showing up at the um, coronation could have helped her. If Mother Teresa of Calcutta had shown up to the wedding, it would not have helped. You know what I'm saying? None of that would help, especially since she's dead. So that would have been awkward anyway. Um, oh well. So anyway, I'm gonna play a little soundbite for you. The Ministry of Hacks, he had a thing or two to say about this, and I will share it with you. I adore him because he's always so brilliant. Uh, let me see here. Nope, that's wrong.
Just realised something about Dave, the man that Kate and Prince William note the word in are bringing into their team of personal advisors. Dave is the guy that recovered Tesco from the huge accounting scandal in 2014. This guy is an expert at recovering people from scandal, full stop. So in 2014, Tesco overstated profits by £326 million. As a company with shareholders, that is grade A fraud. Tesco brought Dave in, wait for it, many tabs open, from 2014 to recover from this scandal, and he turned the business around from 2014 to 2020. Why do William and Kate need to bring in a senior advisor who has direct experience of recovering from a massive PR scandal and fraud? Comments are open. What the do you think?
Okay, so there you have it. They have brought in the big guns. They need someone who can rescue them from themselves. Now, on whose part, I'm not sure. William divorce, Kate Middleton. Well, Charlotte, we don't know. A lot of people are assuming that this whole 6 months absence was consistent with divorce negotiations. But of course, all of this is alleged. We don't know anything for certain. But the best way to keep people quiet was to introduce a disease. And it has been very effective. And of course, it seemed to me like Charles, with his non emergency prostate treatment, was just the diversion needed so that people wouldn't focus too much on Kate. And then, of course, the two people that were accused of being racist were the two people that had surgery that were not cancerous, that soon became cancerous. And of course, both of them have taken some time off. Nobody can out absence Kate, but essentially, and this is, I think it was Henry VIII that said this, or was it Anne Boleyn? But they said that William and Kate has managed to use the events of 2024 to get exactly what they have been wanting ever since they first married, and that is to have as much unexplained time away from their duty as possible. And that's exactly what they got. Now, whether or not you believe that there has been an illness or not is of no consequence, because life happens and people still get up and go to work. People still show up at family events. But for Will and Kate, it satisfies something that they have been yearning for ever since ever since. And that is the ability to take time away from work and just show up when they feel like it. You know, Wimbledon, BAFTA, the certain football games and such, all of the things that they really want to do. But things like the mundane stuff, things where there may not be a crowd, they don't really care to do that. Uh, or, again, Kate may have been in some type of negotiation. All of that is a possibility, all of it. But there is some good reasons to be skeptical, and I don't think anybody should be um, criticized for feeling a certain way because they had plenty opportunity to do whatever this rollout was properly. But this whole thing of where is Kate Middleton, that's their fault. These body doubles and Franken photos, that was their fault. See, this is what William is trying to avoid.
Yeah, I've been visiting around today. Belfast this morning.
That is what they want to avoid, is William looking utterly ridiculous and embarrassed. Oh my goodness, they let Carol Middleton out again. Carol Middleton sporting some snappy shades at Wimbledon. Oh, I didn't know Wimbledon had started already. So Kate's gonna have a miraculous recovery just in time to hand out the trophies. Let me see. You don't see any members of the royal family accepting awards for what they've involved in. Did she forget about Bully's BAFTA? One of the squaddies. Okay, so what it is oh, actually, I could let you guys listen to this. I'll let you listen to it. And by the way, Becky the Blob, they're referring to Rebecca. They're referring to Rebecca English. I've never heard her called Becky the Blob before. Becky the Blob. I love it. I got to remember that one. Becky the Blob. Apparently, Becky the Blob has forgotten all about Williams BAFTA. Okay, so I'm going to let you hear Rebecca English tell this lie because it is a lie. Just like, remember, what's his name when Dan Wooten was saying, royals don't guest edit magazines, celebrities guest edit. He was like so vicious trying to say it, you couldn't even understand his words. Royals don't guest edit. Celebrities get what? Celebrities guest. He was so upset, I couldn't even hear the words that he was saying. So let me get to Becky the Blob. I love that. That sounds like something I would say. Becky the Blob. Ooh, I love it. I love it.
So now, yeah, as you say, he's courting them over there. So there's definitely some hypocrisy there.
Well, I wouldn't be doing my job, Rebecca, if I didn't play devil's advocate for a second. Now, Sussex fans and others might say that the royal family give themselves medals and titles every now and again. What's the difference?
I think it's a fair question. It's a tricky one to answer, but I think what I would say is that when it comes to uniform and medals, our sovereign is head of the armed forces. Therefore, there comes a uniform and a role with that job. The sovereign asks other members, working members of the royal family, to perpetuate that link with the military, with various regiments. And of course, that comes with, wearing particular medals and uniforms that signify you as being their colonel or, one of their, colonel in chief. So I think it's slightly different. And I just think it goes back to this point, which I think maybe it was Charlotte picked up on, is that you very rarely see a member of the royal family getting an award for something they have done. I mean, there's been jokey ones over the year. Maybe the King, as Prince of Wales, might have accepted one environmental award, but you don't, because they consider public service to be an award in itself. And obviously Harry and Meghan are now, I think maybe as you said, or you, Joe, part of that kind of showbiz celebrity lifestyle, where part of their lifeblood is collecting another award. And I think it just shows you how different their lives are to what they would have had in the UK.
But Richard, do you think that were Harry still a working royal, he arguably might have ended up actually with quite a few more titles and gongs?
Oh, definitely. If Harry and Meghan were still working royals, probably this week Harry would have become a member of the Order of the Thistle, as well as his uncle Prince Edward and his stepmother Queen Camilla. It's that sort of thing he could expect, and also generally his military titles would be upgraded in accordance with his age as the sort of convention. So he would have lots of new titles and honours, but that's the point. It comes with the territory of being a member of the royal family, and
it's incredible that they could say such dribble with a straight face. And by the way, that's Becky the that's Rebecca England. That's Becky the Blob right there. Becky the Blob. Ladies and gentlemen, Becky the Blob. Anyway, as Becky the Blob was just trying to articulate, that is so stupid. Well, they don't really accept titles. They just, the king is the head of the armed forces. But in a fairer world, would he be the head of the armed forces? Would he have earned that position? Or was it just a given that as he lives and breathes, he becomes the head of the armed forces? He didn't earn anything. Lex says, Carol, at Wimbledon, what about those people's money? Exactly. Don't they owe people some money? It's something to be said about somebody living the good life while they're up to their what in debt. Thank you for that reminder. Thank you. That was very royal reporter of you to remind somebody of a shortcoming or an alleged shortcoming. Whether or not it has anything to do with the topic, you just bring something back from the past. Anyway, that very well played. So yes, I cannot believe. Can we please hear that explanation one more time? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I understood.
Is that you very rarely see a member of the royal family getting an award for something they have done. I mean, there's been jokey ones over the year. Maybe the King, as Prince of Wales, might have accepted one environmental award, but you don't, because they consider public service to be an award in itself. And obviously Harry and Meghan are now, I think maybe as you said, or you, Joe, part of that kind of showbiz celebrity lifestyle, where part of their lifeblood is collecting another award. And I think it just shows you how different their lives are to what they would have had in the UK.
But Richard, do you think that were Harry still a working royal, he arguably might have ended up actually with quite a few more titles? And
okay, I just wanted to hear Becky the Blob. I love the way that just rolls out. I wanted to hear Becky the Blob. I'm sorry, y'all. I just love the way that rolls out. like that's on her driver's license. Like that's on her driver's license. Ma'am, let me see your license. Do you know why I pulled you over? Oh, Becky the Block. Ooh. Oh, my side is hurting. Anyway, and let me tell you something. I still wonder why nobody has talked about this. Do you see all those people trying to get on the back of Charles' plane? This is the plane that took them to what was it? Kenya, Ethiopia, Kenya. Where the heck did they go? Anyway, that's the plane that took them to Kenya. The reason why there's such a backup is because not only is Becky the Blob on that flight, but so is Robert Jobson. And I have a feeling that at the top of that stairway somewhere near the door, there's Becky the Blob and Robert Jobson trying to get into that plane, having gorged themselves on all that food that should have gone to the other pool reporters. So that's why it looks as though there's a bottleneck. The bottleneck is Becky the Blob and Robert Jobson. Surely they wouldn't let them fly on the same side of the plane. I'm just saying. For safety purposes, until they get to altitude, I'm sure that there's something in the handbook that says that no Becky the Blobs or Robert the Jobsons, Robert the Hutts, can fly on the same side of the plane. Now, Lex says, don't Harry get an award when he was in the British royal family? I'm sorry, didn't Harry get an award when he was in the British royal family? Basically, they are given rationalizations for the British royal family being mediocre and not doing actual work. You say it again. Exactly. It was okay. I'm going to give her points for how well rehearsed her answer was. This is not as though she was thinking off the cuff, even though they would have you believe that they just come up with these answers. But these answers are very well rehearsed. They already know what the talking points are. And so all they have to do is just say it. All they have to do is just say it. Okay. Oh, who is this, pray tell? Thrive. At Wellchild, we think everyone deserves to thrive. Elevate your look. Oh, they got some new t-shirts at Wellchild. I'll share that with you tomorrow, no doubt. Oh, my goodness, a whole bunch of stuff. How did I miss that? Huh. Okay. Gotcha. Carol and Mike Middleton lead celebrity arrivals on day 4 of Wimbledon. Isn't that something? Hello Magazine just referred to them as celebrities. My. Okay. Also, I want to show you something. Look at how this has changed. If Kate Middleton, how come Kate Middleton didn't get her thistle? Where's Kate Middleton's thistle? I have never seen Kate Middleton wearing any robe like that except for Coronation Day. When does she get her thistle? And by the way, what is a thistle? I wonder when these lying, racist, delirious cretins spout off their nonsense if they were actually believe what they were saying. The stuff sounds so far. Yeah, like I said, cookies and cream, it was well rehearsed. Okay. Yeah, so Kate is out. Kate is out. Kate should have been getting a thistle. They're talking about Harry getting a thistle. Kate should have gotten a thistle a while ago. I mean, people thought she had got a thistle, like a fistful of fingers, a fistful of quarters. Yeah, instead of the thistle, we were afraid she got the thistle. We were afraid she got the thistle, right? That's what everybody was thinking, was that on December the 28th, she got the thistle. All right. Wouldn't have been given anything that would have elevated him in the same level as Baldylocks. They would have wanted to subjugate him to elevate themselves. Here, here. Exactly. Yes, Harry deserved all the accolades. A thistle is a Scotland national flag. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, we're not flag, national flower. It can reach 12 feet tall? Really? Oh, okay. Yes, they put Kate behind the candelabra. That's what they thought about Kate. They put her behind that candlestick. That lets you know that she's being downgraded. Let me see. Where is that? Where is my candle? That lets you know that she's on the outs. Anytime something like that happens, that means that you're on the outs. Huh. Where is my candle? Oh well, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Aha. Aha. There we go. Fun. Thank you so much. Words do matter. You're right. They do matter. Ha, there you go. Royal Sussex presents Behind the Candelabra, starring Kate Middlebaum and Willie Leakes Windsor. It's the story about a royal princess, a duchess, the Duchess of Cambridge, who was getting too big for her britches, who was getting too old to be a viable, consort. And so before she turned into that, they decided to get her the heck out of there. Well, actually, they were kind of concerned she was going to turn into that. So first, they came up with some cock and bull story about going to Italy. And then on the 28th of December, somebody got a thistle or something thereabouts. Anyway, fast forward, and you'll find that they ended up behind the candelabra. So that's the end of the story. I don't suspect we'll see that on the Hallmark Channel, but sounds yes, it is a fairy tale, isn't it? Speaking of fairy tales, did you notice that Edwards has a thistle? Yeah, speaking of fairy tales, Edward has a thistle. You like the way I worked that in there? Thank you. Thank you. I am in a silly mood tonight. You guys, I'm not sure how I feel about this. That's the Chumley kid. That's the Chumley kid who people have speculated may actually be part of another family, so to speak. Anyway, why do they have this same kid carrying Charles's robe? He has to be downwind from all of that Windsor. You know what I'm saying? I feel so sorry for this kid. He does not seem very happy about his role or his position, but I think that perhaps he has to do this so that someday he'll have the same position that his father had, carrying the crown and, whatever other duties that take place at the opening of Parliament. So it seems as though he's following in his father's footsteps. Now, whether that means that he's going to spend part of his time in France, that remains to be seen. But for now, he is following in his father's footsteps. Somehow I think if anybody could handle a thistle, it would be Prince Edward. But I'm pretty sure William is a little competition of his own, according to Ryanair. I'm pretty sure that both of them are not impressed with those thistles. I gotta stop. You guys, let me hurry up and get this over with. I'm almost done because I'm gonna get in trouble. Now, if you recall, he had to walk behind Charles when they went to this, whatever this is. This is another one of those occasions where they have to wear robes. And I know you remember this one because this is the one where Gladys looked like a big sloppy mess, like somebody went and grabbed somebody's mama on laundry day and said, "Come on here, put this robe on and come on down to the St. Paul Cathedral because we're having some shindig or something." So rather than, going home to change, she just put that red robe on and went right on down to St. Paul's. One of the squaddies said, "The boy that carried Chuck's robe today is none other than Rose Hanbury's son. And don't forget that just 2 days ago, she was spotted giggling with Camilla at badminton horse trials." Don't usually buy into gossip, but this plot is thickening by the minute. Ooh. Yes, and if you don't know what the badminton horse trials are, it's kind of like the Salem witch trials. Somebody had accused Camilla of being a horse, and because of that, they tried the person for oh gosh, what is it? For what is that when you lie about somebody? They tried them for not treason. They defamed her. You know what I'm trying to say. Leg says, isn't it dangerous to stand behind horses? Exactly. Because the last member of that family that stood behind a horse ended up in the hospital trying to remember their name. Exactly. Thank you so much for the comment. You're not supposed to stand behind a horse. Even if the horse has on a floral print dress, I wouldn't recommend it. That's why the songs say a horse is a horse is a horse, of course. See there? This is what happened to people that stand behind a horse. They just get to bucking and kicking, and then they can't remember. They can't remember how they ended up face down in the grass. Oh boy. I have been particularly shady this week. I have got to calm down. I'm having too much fun. Anyway, Exhibit A, Queen Elizabeth II. Exhibit B, big sloppy mess. It looked like somebody's mama on laundry day. That's what it looked like. Big sloppy mess. The only thing missing is a babushka. And of course, it reminds me of the coronation day when they trundled her into Westminster Abbey. I had never heard the word trundle before, but it makes sense. She was trundled into the Abbey. And if you look at the boy, see the boy closest to her, you could tell he wants to laugh. He wants to laugh because if you could have saw the very ungraceful, that is, the ungraceful way that that lorry driver emerged from that carriage, it was nothing ladylike at all. Only for them to trundle her into the Westminster Abbey. See there? Not Phantom of Versailles, that was the nickname I had gave her. Trundle moves slowly and heavily, typically a noisy or uneven way, like she trundled into that cathedral to get her crown. Now, I believe it was Jan Marr who wrote that in the article. Even Jan Marr, who I think is a royalist, was the one who created that, well, not created the word, but who contributed her version of events. Let me see what, and then I decided to do a definition again today with reference to a wheeled vehicle or its occupants move or cause to move slowly and heavily, typically in a noisy and uneven way. 10 vintage cars trundled. That's Camilla. That's Camilla. An act of moving slowly or heavily. That's Camilla. See there? That's her trundling into the Westminster Abbey. That's her trundling down the steps. That's her trundling up the steps. A trundle. She's trundling. She don't walk, she trundles. And that's only because her galloping days are over. Okay? And speaking of over, I do think I'm just about done. Let me see here. Oh, see, that's an example of someone being trundled. Like, for instance, this bride on her wedding day, she was trundled to the altar or from the altar. Trundle. Anyway, you all, it has been fun. Happy Independence Day for you, Yanks. I had fun. Also, happy Canada Day for the Canadians who celebrated Canada Day on Monday. So happy Canada Day to you. And thank you, everyone, for your very thoughtful contributions to Royal Sussex. And thank you to the moderators for keeping this a safe space. Okay. There we go. Whenever you see the queens, you know it's time to go. You know what I mean? And yes, again, thank you, Mod Squad. Now let me find some very wise, sage words to share with you all for today. Oh, and you all, please don't forget, Wait, where is it? Where is it? Now wait. Okay. Now again, George and or Charles and or George, they have Planet First Action. Cleanse your palate of the election. Cleanse your palate of the hate campaign against the Sussexes. From time to time, if you guys ever wonder, Barron, he seems to know a lot about a lot of different things. That's because from time to time, I need an escape. I need to escape from bad news and gossip and all that kind of stuff. So I like to listen to some, very, shall we say, intellectual conversations. So I'm going to put this on the, where am I at here? Wait, don't go anywhere yet. Give me a minute. So yeah, I do that from time to time just to cleanse the palate so I can hear something other than how hostile people are and such. So they're talking about the environment. And as you know, the Lady Sussex is back, and George and Charles, those are the gentlemen that are on the show with her. Anyway, I just put the link there at the top of the chat. Please do go over there and like and share that, and also listen to it. Just listen to it, and here's some things about the environment, because this is the future of our home. We don't have any other planets, right? So it would be very helpful. It would help them with the algorithm. So they're friends of the Sussex Squad, and we want to help them out. So it's not about Harry and Meghan, I'll tell you that. But as I say, sometimes it's good to cleanse your palate and hear about some other things. Let's see. I think we have a message from the great beyond. Camilla looks like she just escaped from a nursing home in that ring. Every time I look at her and Charles in those capes, I think of that song, Abra, Abracadabra. But thank you so much, Sean, and thank you so much for being here. Let me see. Where's the red? There you go. She does look like she just escaped from the home, don't she? It's like, okay, let me put it to you like this. If you turned on the evening news and you hear that somebody wandered away from Shady Pines and they put Camilla's picture up there, I wouldn't look at her picture and say, she looks so normal. She looks like somebody who's been through it and then just kind of lost it toward the end. Yeah, she does give you that just wandered away from the facility look. Good observation, Sean. Very good observation. She just wandered away from the facility. Authorities ask if you have seen this person. Now, usually she's grazing on plants and frothing at the mouth. If you've seen her, please approach with caution, as she has been known to buck and kick. But please approach with caution. The poor woman was trundled away. No, let me stop. Oh man. Yes. Okay. I tell you what, I got some homework for you. Try to use trundle in a sentence tomorrow. Okay. Try to figure out a way to use trundle in a sentence. I'm going to try to work it out myself too. I'm going to try to figure out how to incorporate not trumble, trundle into a sentence. Okay. That's your homework. Oh man. You know what? You know what? I'm looking at Gladys's dress. It kind of looks like the flower symbol that they had for the coronation. Could that possibly be a pattern that was made from that? Or is that the lining of an old suitcase? I really don't know. No, you know what it looks like? That looks like something that you would line your cupboards with. You know how they at the five and dime they used to sell that roll of vinyl shelf liner. That's what that pattern reminds me of. It reminds me of a shelf liner or a protective pad for the ironing board. Yes, that is the protective cover of my grandmother's ironing board. Hadn't seen that since I was knee high to a cricket. Yes, the Trundle daybed. Adrian, you're taking me way back. My grandparents had one of those Trundle beds. Yeah, the Trundle beds, if you don't know what that is, there a lot of people have the day beds. It's like a twin size bed. Yeah, they have the pillows on the back of it. It goes in your spare room or your den or whatever. And they call it a trundle bed because beneath the day bed, there's a whole nother bed beneath it. And it's called a trundle bed. And it just kind of pops up and locks into place. Yep, you're taking me all the way back, Adrian Burrow. I told you I'm a baby boomer. Okay, you all, I had fun tonight. And as usual, I love these little walks down memory lane. And of course, I love laying into the royal family because they really do deserve it. And of course, first and foremost, we are here to uplift and celebrate our faves, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Let me see here. I'm looking for something here. Okay, you all, I am done now. Okay. Let me see here. I just want to put up another channel really fast that could use your support. And that is the Sussex Spotlight. There we go. Sussex Spotlight. I'm going to put Sussex Spotlight up. Wow, Sussex Spotlight has been busy. 82 videos. Very good. So here goes Sussex Spotlight. There we go. And I'm going to replace the pin. Again, yet another Sussex friendly space. So do feel free to go over and lend your support. Sadly, I don't have enough time to watch most of the channels because I'm usually either doing other stuff or prepping myself, but I'm going to try to catch up with some of the other channels, the Sussex friendly spaces, of course. And so there you go. At the top of the chat, there is the Sussex Spotlight. And who else was that I saw had a channel yesterday? Hold on, let me see. I thought I saw someone else had a channel, and I didn't know they had a channel. If they did have it, and maybe I forgot. Let me see here. I know who I have in mind, but let me just check. Oh, well. Is that right? Is that another Sussex channel? Anyway, I'll work it out another time. Oh, you're welcome, Sussex Spotlight. Thank you for supporting our faves. And again, you guys, thank you for senior moment. Royal Reed. There you go. Or as Barbara Walters would say, Royal Weed. Royal Weed. This is The Woo, and I'm Baba Wawa. Thank you for watching Royal Weed. The Royal Weed. Somebody had the nerves to say one day that, Barbara Walters passed away, as if I wouldn't make fun of her anyhow. Of course, I know she passed away. Still gonna make fun of her. Welcome to the Royal Weed. Okay. All right, y'all, I'm done. Good night, or good morning, whichever applies. Wow. Wow, you guys have done good. You guys have done good. Amazing. I love it. I love it. I am so proud of you all. I am so proud of you all. Huh. Okay. All right, just looking at some stuff. I'm going to say goodnight. Oh, I was looking for a quote, wasn't I? I was looking for a quote. I knew it was something else I meant to do. All right, a quote. A quote of the day, the last word. Okay, I got something here. I thought I did. Hold on, I got something. Hold on, no. I got something here. Oh, did you guys hear about, there was a TikToker and the Daily Mail. Oh my God. You know what? Maybe I'll let that be the last word. Do you guys want to hear it or no? I think it's maybe 2 minutes long. But there was someone that the Daily Mail has really messed up. I mean, really, really bad. I feel so bad for this girl. And, we'll do that one tomorrow. We'll do that one tomorrow. That way I can put her a slide up for her. But they really, the Daily Mail has done what they do. So I'll share that with you tomorrow. Oh, I'll roll with you till the wheels fall off. That's the quote. I don't like that one. That one's weak. Let me see here. That's weak. I could do better than that. I get weak when I look at you, weak. When I look at you, I can't speak. When I look in your eyes, and I get weak. I get weak. Y'all remember that song from what was that, the 80s? When I'm with you, I feel so something. Just one look and you render me defenseless. Such and such and such, blah, 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 blah. That was a good song. I love that song. Can you you can't tease us like that. I'd rather do it tomorrow. Let me see here. The Tories got their clocks cleaned out, didn't they? The Tories got their Belinda Carlisle. Yes. I love Belinda Carlisle. See, you guys don't know this, but a lot of those songs I remember from my youth. And somewhere deep inside of me, there's this little teenage white girl that's just bursting at the seams. You'll be amazed at how many of those songs I like. Yes, there's a little teenage white girl inside of me somewhere. But isn't there a little teenage white girl inside of all of us somewhere? I mean, some of us, you have to go a little deeper than others. But I love Belinda Carlisle. Let me see. I'm talking about Harry Award. Which one? You know what? I lost track because I've been saying so much in the last few minutes. Was it something we were talking about before? Okay. So we better leave it at that. I can't find a quote that makes sense. So yes, I'll roll with you till the wheels fall off. I'll leave it at that. Cause I get weak. I get weak. Whoa. I get weak when I look at you. Weak when I can't speak when you look in my eyes. Cause I get weak. I love this song. Oh, let me see. I want to hear what you was about to say. I don't think it had anything to do with the Harry Award, though. No, it was just it was about something else. Well, no worries. I'll share it with you tomorrow. I just want to end on a positive note, and this one, it was so so yeah. I want to end on a positive note. That's all. But no worries. I won't forget. Heaven is a place called earth. Ooh, da, 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 da. Sometimes heaven is a place called earth. Oh, SWV? Oh, I like that song too. I loved SWV. There was some great music back in the 80s and 90s. I don't think they get enough credit for the music back in those days. Listen, it's going on 2 hours, and I'll end up talking for another hour. So I'm fixing to go. The easiest way to keep me on here is start talking about that old stuff. Adrian, it's not that big. Okay. I will play it for you. I don't have a slide to go with it, but this girl, oh boy. All right, I'm going to play it now. Don't want to keep you all in suspense. If your name is not Will Potter from the Daily Mail, then you better scroll because you're about to get your feelings really. Okay, let me turn my speaker on here. Oh no, this is 5 minutes and 43 seconds long. And I don't know how to share the Twitter with you all guys. I mean, with you all. So yeah, I didn't realize it was that long.
If your name is not Will Potter from the Daily Mail, then you better scroll because you're about to get your feelings really hurt. Will, not only are you a pathetic excuse of a human being, but you work for a pathetic excuse of a media company who lied and twisted my words and acted like I'm making fun of my dad passing away and sending hundreds of your trolls to come and tell me that I deserve my own father to pass away because I am a gold digger and I'm a worthless human. You twisted my words, lied on my name, made me look like a horrible person in your article that I did not consent to you posting, and now I am dealing with people telling me that I deserve this and worse to happen to me.
Okay, tell you what, isn't that juicy? I am going to put this on the community. Oh, you know what? I'll do this right now. I am going to put the link to the TikTok for your benefit. I will put the link to the TikTok, and then you all can watch it directly yourselves because it's a long video. But yeah, Will Potter, I think is the name of the Daily Mail, had asked her permission to share her TikTok video about her father who had just passed away. And he twisted her words in a way that people have been threatening her and everything. Typical, very typical Daily Mail. Very, very typical. Okay, so let me find it. I will put it at the top of the chat, and then you all can listen to it at your leisure or watch it at your leisure. And then that way you'll get a chance to see her as well. So give me just a second to do that. Didn't realize it was so long. I thought it was one of those 2-minute videos. Queen Tay Shop. Okay, that's her name. Let me look for it. Queen Tay Shop. Queen Tay Shops. Yeah, I feel really bad for her because it sounds like they really, really did a job on her. As the Daily Mail is apt to do. Okay, getting threats. Okay, that's the video right there. Copy link. Let me test this to make sure that it's the right link. Cause I get weak. Now the song is in my head. Whoa, cause I get weak when I look at you weak. Yes, that's it. That's the link at the top of the chat. So go ahead and check it out. It's 5 minutes, 39 seconds long. So that way you know you got the right video. And it's Queen Tay Shops. And the Daily Mail has done a job on this poor girl. Let's see. Queen Edward wants to know what's that feather on top of their heads. Or 12 inches of what? Oh, man. Let me see. Let's see if we can find Queen Edward. Queen Edward. Dashi. Oh, notice that Queen Edward's feather is much larger than everyone else's. She's got a foot long, don't she? She got a footer. Why do I say that like I'm surprised? Thank you, Sean. Okay, so anyway, that is the video. Go ahead and watch it. You could leave. I'm done. Yeah, they got those down at the what is it? The Dollar Tree. They have those down at the Dollar Tree. Although the one that Edwina has, that looks very museum quality. That's for like dusting the statue of David. You know, I bet you those bearskin hats that they wear, could you imagine what those smell like? Considering that those bearskin hats have been passed down from one soldier to, I bet you some of those hats have been around since the black bears became extinct in Europe. Oh, I bet those things are old. Oh no, they still have black bears, or is it brown? Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Again, I had a great time today. I'm really in a good mood, even though they keep messing with Harry, but I'm not going to let that bother me. Let's see. And all we know why Camilla is why Camilla's is limp and not standing tall. Let me take another look at that. Now you got me looking again. Who knows where that feather has been? Oh, wait, there it is. Wait a minute. Let's take a look at the photos. Was it from yesterday? I think it was the ones I had yesterday. Yeah, I think that was yesterday. Aha, there we go. There we go. There's a better image of it right there. Hers is a bit limp. And Sean, did you see the way that Charles was exiting the state Bentley? Like somebody had grabbed him by the seat of his pants. It's like he sat down on some gum or something, but something is pulling his britches back. He looked like he still got the seatbelt on. You know how sometimes you turn to get out the car and it's very awkward because you still got that seatbelt on? That's what it looked like he still got on that seatbelt. Maybe he got those drapery ropes, those drapery tassels. Maybe that's caught on something. Maybe it's caught on the door handle or something. But something's pulling him back. Something then caught hold of him. Maybe he put the seatbelt through his belt, through his suspenders or whatever. But it's bad. It's a good thing he didn't like slide down to the floor, because I'm telling you, if that would have happened, I wouldn't have been no good. If he was down there on pavement with his legs all splayed out and everything. Now that would be fun. Oh man. Listen, y'all, I gotta stop. I'm having too much fun tonight. Well, Sean, that depends. That really does depend. It depends whether or not he is or not. Look at that shady thing there. Look how shady she is. Just shady. She keeps looking at the camera. It's somebody, and you know what? I just figured it out. Kitty is not there. And that is that any of us can be replaced. Well, no. You have been replaced. That's what that look is. You have been replaced, Kitty. See how we going on about our business? Most important person in the family. See how we continue, even if you ain't here. Now you keep negotiating with my stepson all you want to, because we don't need you. We can find another Kitty. As a matter of fact, they already have. They already have. Kitty 2.0. The Countess of Kitty. They've already replaced her. It's just not official yet. Depends, XL. Well, actually, it's Depends CBH. And you know what that is, right? Depends CBH. That means depends. Yeah, there it is. Depends CBH. Do y'all know what that means? Anybody? There depends CBH. I had to think about it so I could figure out what I was going to say. Nope. Depends CBH. Anybody? That means childbearing hips. Depends childbearing hips, because he's got those childbearing hips. So he has to get some that's kind of cut a special way. Perfect for elderly monarchs or women who have recently given birth. So depends CBH, childbearing hips. See, this is getting really tacky. I really got to go because I am getting sillier by the moment. I am getting sillier by the moment, although I'm having fun, but I am getting sillier by the moment. So good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. It has been a blast. And now I'm really going to say good night. Time to cue the Ginger Avenger because we haven't done that yet.